I'm Nick Noah. This is my persuasive speech. Basically, I'm going to be doing it on the thought of like how parents look at fraternities, and then they tell their kids about how like the stereotypes or how like fraternities are all about drinking, drugs, hazing. But I'm going to argue that the stereotypes are not longer relevant, and basically how like the fraternities do so much good for the community and for the people in it and the brothers. So really, fraternity, like people, I mean, it's not like they're different from anybody else, except they're a group of like the same guys with the same morals, and they come together and like they have like a similar mindset. And so with that, I am in a fraternity, so obviously I'm biased, but at the same time, I can testify for myself like how much good it's been and how I've not seen any of those stereotypes. But so at first I wasn't going to rush, but then I found out what it meant for the brothers. And then with that, basically what they do for the community and like how much they help out. And then on top of that, the kind of connections you can get from alumni and like the things you can get in like real life situations with like jobs and different career options. But yeah, when I first got to South, I wasn't going to rush because like from what I'd heard from the stereotypes and how bad they were, but I ended up going towards and rushing, and then I found out what it meant for the individual when you do rush and you become a brother in a fraternity, because like it's eternal brotherhood, and you don't just like sit here and I mean you really don't just simply just drink and do drugs, and that is like the brothers hold each other accountable, and like they try and get you to be the best you can. And a bunch of the fraternities have like different missions and visions, and it's just like going off of what they want to see accomplished by the brothers. You can look it up on pike.org or even like other fraternity websites like ATO, SAE. They have their like their morals and their visions, missions, stuff like that. But also with the university, like I mean you can see it where like I go around and I never like see somebody I don't know, because like it's really integrated me into the University of South, and like it's really shown me how like I can go and like I've met girlfriends, brothers, friends of brothers and stuff like that, and so it really just goes around and like I know everybody, so it's really done well with integrating me into the university. And to go off that, pushing past the universities, the fraternities really help integrate within the community because we do a lot of community service events. And with that, we really assert ourselves into the surrounding community. So we have regulations and obligations to do a certain amount of community service, which is like, I mean, you have a specific number of hours that you have to meet per semester. And with that, like, I mean, I even did one that was Habitat for Humanities, where we went out and we painted a house and stuff like that. And so with that, I mean, it's really trying to do the best I can for the community. And then ATO at West Texas A&M, they actually had an event where they went on a highway and actually sat there and did a bunch of, they picked up trash on the side of the road, and you can find that on ato.org. But also not just physically doing stuff for the community, but we've actually also seen events from other fraternities where they go to Boys and Girls Clubs and they tutor for the kids. And with that, I mean, it's really showing a difference in the community, and it's really showing how like fraternities do like go out and assert themselves and work towards what they need to be, and like showing how good they are. And then like through the connection within the community, you can actually really see the connections through like the fraternity with like alumni and furthering yourself into like the jobs and careers. So the connections that are made through fraternities, they set up your real opportunities in life. I know the alumni in most fraternities end up being successful. There's several famous alumni. I mean, I met the head of NASCAR communications through my fraternity, and I'm going into sports broadcasting, which has really set me up to a point where I can talk with ESPN and actually have real life opportunities. And then the president of ESPN is actually SAE's one of their alum, and it just shows you how much weight they do pull and how real life connections you can have. And then the owner of Chick-fil-A is also a member of Pi Kappa Alpha, that fraternity. And so it shows that extreme weight and how like well you can do with that. And then it just shows you how much value these fraternities have and like what they mean, where these stereotypes, they're no longer relevant, because I mean that's not the purpose of a fraternity, and that's not what's held. And so really it's like the meeting of brothers, and then the community service and the connections show how much value it does have, and how these stereotypes have been exaggerated and pushed on where it's no longer relevant. And the negativity of fraternities should be based on how much, like, I mean, it's so positive now, it should be negated how negative they are viewed in like social media and stuff like that. And it should really, like, these stereotypes should die. So thank you.